Opening, slow, intense music. They told stories about him in whispers. Not because he was kind, not because he was gentle, but because no man had ever carried power like his. Before Samson ever threw a punch, fear entered the room. He was born marked, chosen before breath, anointed before identity, a black man set apart in a land that hated his people. His strength wasn't learned, it was given. The Spirit of God would rush on him, and when it did, lions fell, armies scattered, gates ripped from the ground. Samson wasn't just strong, he was untouchable, or so he thought. Rise, confident pacing. Samson judged Israel for 20 years. He fought enemies barehanded. He humiliated oppressors. He made men twice his size run for their lives. But here's the truth most people miss. Samson never lost a battle outside of himself. The real war was always internal, because while his hands were consecrated, his heart was undisciplined. He played with temptation. He treated sacred things like they were common, and the enemy noticed. Shift in tone, darker. So the trap didn't come with a sword, it came with a smile. Her name was Delilah. She didn't come as a villain, she came as comfort, as intimacy, as I just want to understand you. And Samson, a man who could tear chains apart, couldn't see the ropes being wrapped around his soul. Night after night, she asked him the same question. Tell me the secret of your strength. He lied. She tested it. He laughed, because that's how deception works. It always feels like a game, until it's not. Build tension. But Delilah was patient, and the enemy always is. She wore him down. Not with force, with emotion. You don't really love me. If you trusted me, you'd tell me. You're hiding from me. And slowly, the strongest man alive began to confuse love with vulnerability and lust with loyalty. Until one night, he told her everything. Not realizing the moment he spoke, he stepped out from under his covering. Climax, silence, then impact. While Samson slept, his hair was cut. And something worse happened. God's presence left him. And he didn't even notice. That is the most dangerous place a person can be. Moving like you still have power, when the power is already gone. The Philistines rushed in. This time, Samson didn't break free. They bound him. They gouged out his eyes. They put the judge of Israel on display like a trophy. The man who once terrified nations was now entertainment. Reflection. Slow, heavy, and that's the lesson. The enemy doesn't mind you being gifted. He doesn't even mind you being anointed. He just wants you undisciplined. Because unchecked desire will do what no army ever could. Redemption, hopeful, but sobering. But even then, God wasn't finished. Blind, broken, mocked. Samson's hair began to grow back. Not just hair, humility. For the first time, Samson prayed, not from confidence, but from desperation. Lord, remember me. And in his final act, he pushed against the pillars. The same strength that was lost through disobedience was restored through surrender. The building fell, enemies died, and Samson's life ended where his calling began, between God's power and human weakness. Closing, direct to audience. Samson didn't fall because he was weak. He fell because he thought strength meant immunity. Let this story warn you. What you won through anointing can be lost through compromise. Guard your calling. Watch who you trust with your secrets. And never forget, the enemy doesn't need to defeat you if he can deceive you.